green light, go, go, go.
All right. Hello. Welcome, everyone. We're simulcasting live now on RaceWorld here on Twitch and YouTube. All right. We're here at Circuit Power Card today for the official test day of Season 2, the start of the Delta Racing League on ACC, second season here today. We have a lot of action to cover today. We have two tiers here in the European Championship, Pro and Am. They're running simultaneous test days right now. We'll see if we can check in on what the Am division is doing. We also have a brand new championship tonight at 7 p.m. It'll be live here as well. We have the brand new North American Championship for Season 2. But yeah, right now we're here in the EU Pro server. See who we have on track. We have 16 of the Pro drivers right now in the free practice session. There will be I believe a 20 or 30 minute sprint race. We'll see what we have here on the schedule today. So we'll have a 30-minute qualifying coming up after this and a 30-minute sprint race for these drivers. It's a non-points event. It is the test day, but why not see what happens when we get them all together. Have a little fun at the end of the test here today. Let's get back into the broadcast booth here. Alright, here's our early fastest driver of the day, Pete Ruotsalainen in the 333 Ferrari. A well-known fast driver from Season 1, switching from Nissan to Ferrari for Season 2 in the Pro Division. Right now with a 155.9. So yeah, great to see a great audience already here just for the test day. Great turnout already. Towards the end of this practice session, I'm sure you're going to see a lot more drivers and teams show up. Every one of these drivers is competitive, and I'm sure they're going to want to test their skills in the non-point sprint race. Let's continue down the field here. Check out a couple. Let's head out top in the helicam here. Let's move up track. Looks like we have a BMW here in Cade Scott, the 42. Could be a newer entry from the qualifiers. Delta Racing League held qualifiers to split these drivers into the Pro and Am tiers for Season 2. Always good to see a BMW on the grid. Hopefully he has good luck this season. Move up further to Ersan Yilmaz in the 79 Ferrari. Another new car selection. Driver jumping from Aston in Season 1 to Ferrari now. I'm sure he's going to be looking to take advantage of this practice session. Even though it's a nice long test day here today, these drivers still are competitive and going to have something to show. It's looking good in the green on green Ferrari. Looks like he's got a new scheme this year. Heading down the long Mistral straight. I think it's over a mile long. Yep. So yeah, this straight right here is over a mile long. Huge overtaking zone coming down at the end of this. So definitely going to look for some action on the sprint race coming up. Steve Hatch right now is the 8th driver so far to set a time today. In the 787 Aston Martin Vantage. Coming into the pits, drivers are, I'm sure, just checking out most of their initial setups, doing a couple sighting laps. See who we have coming out here in the Bentley. Daniel Oppenheisen in the number 8. Good to see another Bentley on the track. There goes Yilmaz up into 5th, second off the time right now. So it looks like he's starting to push a little bit. Maybe we'll go on board with Yilmaz here. So yeah, this is Paul Ricard here today. They do race the Formula 1 Grand Prix here. It's almost the same track, minus the chicane on the back straight, the Mistral straight there. I think that's the only variation. Turn 1 might be a little different as well. couple drivers coming out. So yeah, I think it's Paul Ricard. I think it's about 14 or 15 turns, depending which way you look at it. So we look at Patrick Thornhauser here in the 66. He's looking pretty good early on here. Looks like he's heading out on his outlap here. He's just behind him. Nigel Terran, a Spanish driver in the 21 Mercedes. Looks like he may be on one of his first laps coming down the straight. So yeah, it's a 1.1 mile, 1.8 kilometer straight here. There's no brake. So no chicane like F1 right there. We're just gonna slipstream all the way down. So look for 3 wide, 2 wide, passing into the heavy braking turn right here. They'll definitely be pushing the track limits there. A little bit more lenient track limits than F1. I believe he's in sector 3 right here, coming up to the final complex of turns. For sector 3. There's the final turn coming up the front straight here. There's pit lane entrance. So here's turn 1. This might be a little variation from the F1 turn as well, or it might be the same. I can't remember. Looks the same actually. Alright, Terran's looking pretty good. Move on to check out another driver here in Christensen. Looks like he's just heading out for his first couple of laps here. There's a familiar face, Luka Svirkov in the 777 Mercedes. Looks like he's continuing with Mercedes going into season 2 this year with Dead Driver Esports here. Not sure if he's on a lap or not. We'll follow him. We got plenty of time to go over everything here today. Check out the new drivers, some of the regular drivers. A couple drivers switching teams, switching manufacturers. Another one of the changes is there is a team's title this year. So a couple of the changes this year, we can go over them now. So we do have the team's title. I mentioned the Pro and Am split in the European Championship. And the brand new North American Championship, so that'll be launching. They're all pretty much time zone specific. We have the North American 7 p.m. tonight. Looks like Svirkov's just giving away to Pika here. Pika, our Season 1 champion. Driving here with Porsche Motorsport. Looks like he's still heading out on some exciting laps here. Liam Horn with a 156.4, sitting pretty good in 6th right now. Heading through a hatch there. Kraus is just heading out on track in the 911, teammates with Pika in the other Porsche Motorsport team car. So I think most are going to be looking towards this team to be one of the ones to look for as the favorites for the championship. So we have our test day today. There will be a spotter's guide coming out, so make sure to look out for that. That'll be really cool to look at. Pika's getting a draft here from Ladelma in the Lexus here. Couple of title contenders possibly this year. Might be having a little go at it here. We'll keep it here. Ladelma, another driver switching manufacturers this year from Nissan to Lexus. Might be the only Lexus entry this year, I believe. He's running a little wide there. Okay. Let's Pika go. Or Kraus. Both of these, let's see if there's any difference. He has the gold mirrors. He's a 911. Pika is the 1. That might be the only difference. Okay. So both cars are exactly similar except for the number. Alright, the 911 and the 1. I've got it now. Alright. It's a test day for everybody. The stream, the drivers. Everything's looking good. We got a great turnout today. It's going to be a good little sprint race coming up, I'm sure. Casagina is 1. We've missed that. In the 705 Ferrari, another driver switching manufacturers. He's going from McLaren to Ferrari, so yeah, he's pretty much fast in any car he gets in. Seems to be preferring the mid-engine cars, but he's switching from McLaren to Ferrari this year. He has a 155.1 on the board right now, so almost a half a second faster than Taryn. Taryn is moving second, so we have a couple. It's good to see a couple new drivers up in the top 5. Looks like he might just be checking things out. So here's our second place driver, Nigel Taryn for Send It Racing. Let's hear the AMG coming down the straight. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, we do have 2 divisions for the EU Championship. We have the Pro and Am. Both divisions are running simultaneously right now. If you search hard enough, I think you might find a couple onboards on Twitch. Or if you're on the Delta Racing League Discord. Try to find a couple drivers. Spirkov still heading around looking for his lap. Looks like we have a new driver here, Victor Tame, in a Aston. Number 97 here. Let's follow this driver. Sitting 10th overall right now. coming down the straight. Nice blue and green there. It's always a nice looking track, Power Card. The blue and the red there, the abrasive runoffs. Some familiar with the Power Card. No, you have the different colors there, or more than just colors. They have the different abrasive settings. The blue is a little more abrasive on the tires. The red is fairly great abrasive to help the pretty much car slow down if you're off track. Reduce the braking zone before you hit the wall there. So unique feature here at Power Card. No sand pits on the side of the track. There's a couple of them. Some like it, some don't. We have Tom Reynolds here, McLaren driver, heading out. Looks like he has just joined the session, so like I said, I'm sure once we get into the final hour of this practice session here at test day, we'll see the full entries. Reynolds, a fast driver from season 1. Looks like he's going with a slightly different livery. I remember the full pink, so it looks like he's just going with a pink accent with the, whatever you want to call that, teal, seafoam. See if he's going to. Looks like he's coming around for his first lap. We'll try to follow him. We see more and more drivers coming out of the pits. So yeah, in my opinion, there's plenty of chances to pass on this track, especially in GT3 racing. I mean, Sector 1 is full of chances. You have the long 1.1 mile back straight here. Sector 3 is full of chances for cars to make a mistake in front of you. Go on board with the McLaren here. Okay, it's Robin's egg, I've been told. Makes sense. The Robin's egg McLaren here. We'll head on, see what else we have here. So this is who is heading. This was the Ferrari heading out. Miguel Maxillari in the number 12, sitting 11th right now. Nice looking classic Ferrari livery there. See if we can get a shot coming down the front straight here of somebody. Oh, here's Taryn. Alright, so Taryn's still second overall with a 155.6. Jesper Rowland in the 28 Ferrari right now, sitting 20th overall. I believe this driver is another switching manufacturers from, I believe, Mercedes or Audi to Ferrari. It's definitely switching though, so I see we're up to 23 entries. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, we do have the Pro and Am divisions in the European Championship running right now simultaneously here for the official test day of Delta Racing League. I'm thinking here pretty soon I'll try to head out, check in on the Am drivers. We'll see what's going on with their practice session, so we can take a look around at everything. We have a huge number of entries for Season 2. I believe across all three of the championships, I believe we're over 92 entries as of the last time the entry list was pretty much printed out. So I wouldn't be surprised if we're at 100 entries between the Pro and Am divisions in the European Championship, and we also have the North American Championship, which I'm sure is gaining popularity. So pretty much split that between three, and I mean, you do the math, we're looking at full grids here for all three of these championships coming up for Season 2. Drivers titles, teams titles. I believe they were talking about manufacturers titles as well. Yeah, as I was talking, Roland set a lap there. He's 16th now, moving up a little bit. We'll move on to Eric Ingman, driver from Season 1. Looks like he is switching from Aston to Mercedes. So yeah, I'm finding this out pretty much live timing as all of you are right now. I know most of these drivers from Season 1, so Ingman was good in the Aston, so he's switching to the Mercedes. I'm sure he'll... Looks like he's moving out of the way for Roland here, coming down the straight. There's no need to get too feisty in practice here. Drivers just testing their setups out, testing out the new cars. I'm sure you'll see the competitiveness come out during that non-point sprint race coming up at the end of the session here today. So you're in for a show today, especially when nothing's on the line. It's quite close here in the top 10 as I'm looking. The top 9 still under a second, separates them. Casagina still leading Taryn in the top 2 there. Horn's looking pretty strong here. Liam Horn in the 92, Generator Racing. He's coming out across, who's that? Kraus coming out of the pits there. Still looking to set his first lap. Nice little complex of turns here in Sector 1. It's going to be crucial to get this section right. Make sure your exit is perfect coming out to this long straight here. So we we watch these three drivers heading down the straight: Horan, Kraus, and Ingman. So yeah, if you take a look at those track limits there, that's completely fine. I don't know about that. But yeah, track limits are a little bit more lenient in GT3 racing. I'm sure most of these drivers are just testing what they can get away with and what they can't. It's all part of the test day here today. Shake down the cars. See what it's like with everyone else on track. So here's Nicholas Kraus in the 911. Let's go on board with a Porsche. I don't think we've gone on board with a Porsche for a lap today. Kraus is one of the mentor drivers in Delta Racing League, one of the driver coaches. Streams, I believe, every week, so another great reason to join up with this Delta Racing League community. Get free on-stream coaching sessions from a pro driver driver in the pro division here at Delta Racing League. I think we'll stay on board for lap 2 here. Nice helmet cam. Let's see if Kraus can improve here, coming around. Currently 12th on the grid. Moves up to 3rd with a 155.4. So there you have it. Probably another one of the favorites this year for driver's title, along with team titles with Pika. As we were watching Kraus there, Ingman has moved up to 4th as well. Looks like he's 8/10 off, not too far off. Good for his debut in a new car, I would say. Looks like Ilmaz just bumped Ingman, so Ilmaz has just gone 4th overall. Here comes Thornhauser, followed by Simpson. So here's Simpson coming. Looks like he's going to give way here. Take the long way around, be safe. So yeah, it looks like Simpson is teaming up with... He's just letting everybody by. Alright, this looks like Simpson is teaming up with Casagina here. So yeah, like I said, I'm figuring this out along with everyone else here on test day. There will be a driver spotter guide and team spotter guide coming out soon. So for Scuderia Schumi Skins is a new team with the 705 of Casagina and the number 9 Ferraris here. Him and Lawrence Simpson. Looks like he might have been waiting for him. They're going to do a little, maybe tandem racing possibly. Might be doing a fuel run. Not sure what these drivers are doing. They could be doing a fuel run, hot lap. Here's our fastest driver of the day so far though. John Sebastian Casagina with a 154.8. So it looks like his time is still going faster than what we saw. Whoa. There's his teammate Simpson off into the wall there, so he'll be pulling that into the pits. They'll be fixing that. Maybe reset that stint session there. We'll check in with someone else here. Another familiar driver and team here. Stefan Weber. Weber Racing in the 993. I'm sure his teammate is around here somewhere. Yep, and then number 9, I think he's in the pits. So another one of the teams from Season 1. There was not a teams championship in Season 1, even though there were a few teams, but the league officials and coordinators, I believe, have made all the right changes coming up to Season 2. So now we have a team's title, which I'm sure is going to be hotly contested, as well as the driver's title. It's definitely opened things up more, like I said, with the 2 divisions and as well as the new North American Championship. Follow Stefan here. Follow him through Sector 3. So he's coming up on the Aston of Hatch here. Might be getting in the way. Definitely getting a little crowded out here between these four. We have, looks like Hatch is going to get out of the way. We have Ingman coming through, as well as Remmers. I don't think we've seen Remmers out on track either. He might have just come onto the track as well here in the 808 Infinite Azure Emperor Mercedes. Can't miss this car, the Chrome. I knew it. So Ingman, yep, Ingman and Remmers are teammates. Hang on. I knew those cars look similar. Looks like we have another team found. Breaking news. Ingman in the 909 Mercedes as teammates with Remmers in the 808 Mercedes. So it's nice to see a lot of teams forming here in the Pro Championship. A couple different manufacturers as well. So it looks like Remmers is back in the pits, but here's his teammate Ingman in the Infinite Azuri Emperor. We have the chrome and purple and the chrome and lime green for Remmers. Alright, here's the other car of the Weber Racing Porsches. Edward Cluster in the 969. Same car, looks like different paint scheme. I think we saw this in one of the off-season events. They might have unveiled this livery. Instead of the all blue, they're going with the all white this year for season 2. Another strong team, especially the second season in the same car. Cluster sitting 9th right now. He's under a second from the lead, so this team, I mean, this team has pretty much gotten better every race. So they're constantly improving. I would look for them to at least push the factory Porsche Motorsport team for the same manufacturer. Stefan, here's his teammate. Yeah, he's coming down the back straight as well. So they're both out on track. Followed by Ingman here. I think a couple of these drivers are doing pretty long fuel stints. I think we've seen Taryn and Hatch and Ingman. A lot of these drivers have been out on track for quite a while. So here's Remmers coming around. Looks like he's getting ready to start another one of his laps. I see Ladelma right behind him. Driving for Emil Frey Racing in the number 10. Give some love to the Lexus here. Nope, he pulls off. We'll move back up to Remmers here. See if Remmers can get a lap in. So yeah, only one driver so far to set a lap, so these drivers are going at it in the Pro Division for sure. Some might be sandbagging, but from what I can tell, not too many. I think they kind of want to see what each one of these drivers have. There goes Remmers. Here's followed by Reynolds. Reynolds 14th. We'll catch up with Remmers here, heading down the straight. Check out the helicam here. Coming around the final turn. Turn 14 or 15. Not sure either way you want to look at it. Around this track, he's not satisfied with that, so something's not right with his setup. We'll see if Reynolds might have got disconnected. We'll be right back.
Green light, go, go, go.
Alright. I was disconnected. We're back though. Here on RaceWorld. And you're not seeing anything, you're not hallucinating. We are in the AM division now, as we are coming up on the halfway point of the Pro division. So let's take a look at the AM division for the Delta Racing League here for the official test day. Let's check out a couple drivers. Kozik in the 931 Bentley, as I check out the first driver here. 156.997. So fast times here in the AM division, as I'm looking early, our fast time is 155.9 by, let me try to find Michael Stasinski in the Webster GT 82 McLaren. So good time there for Stasinski in the 82. So yeah, one of the great things about Delta Racing League here on ACC, 2 divisions, so it's ultra competitive here. We have 22 right now in the AM division test day lobby, And I believe we had 22 or 23 in the Pro Division lobby. I think we're over 30 entries for each of them as well. So we still have the qualifying sessions and the preseason test race coming up for each of them. So maybe we'll catch the end of this session. It seems they're a little bit behind. So maybe we'll catch the end of the race if the pros finish up early. A lot of new drivers coming out there. Just as I say that, one driver I do remember from the off season, Theo Zeems here. So it looks like some of his off season has paid off. He's running here in his Lambo in the 53. Another driver from season 1, Marius Snyder. I think if you search on Twitch for Marius Bus, you might find his onboard. So there are a couple onboards streaming right now for the AM division if you're interested in checking out the race. This might be a driver to keep an eye out on for the AM title. Snyder was a good solid mid-pack driver in season 1, back when the championship was pretty much a free-for-all. So the 2 divisions here, there's competition for all drivers. Everything's on the table. Snyder in his usual purple and teal 27 Mercedes here, Bus Racing. Coming around the final turn. Let's see who else we can find on track. Zeems, as we've seen, Pete Nicholson looks like he's coming out. We'll head down Ozzy Owl, familiar driver, V-Torque Racing. Looks like he's switching from Ferrari to Aston for season 2 in the AM division. Cade Scott is in, so it looks like Cade Scott might have been an AM driver. They had to switch. We'll follow Goebbels here. Lucas Goebbels in the 30 with a 156 right now. 15th on the grid. Good looking Porsche here. Got the white, blue and gold. Going to have a lot of new drivers in the AM division. I'm sure a lot of new drivers in the North American Championship tonight. Make sure to tune in tonight. It'll be a late night if you're in Europe, but hey, what else is there to do? Saturday night. Kozik has moved up to second now with a 156.9. See what the Bentley sounds like going down the straight here. Sorry about that. Taking a quick break. Check back in. Looks like we have coming up on 1 minute to go, or 1 hour to go for the AM practice as well. We'll get back to the Pro Division lobby. Yeah, I'm being told there was a restart. Okay, so we didn't really miss anything. There was some sort of glitch or restart during the Pro Division, so that's what test day is all about. We have a long practice session anyway, so no harm, no foul. We're checking out the AMs right now. We'll head back into the Pro Division lobby soon. So we're looking at Kennedy Chikeka here in the 301, sitting 10th overall. Went a little wide there. Move up here to Oliver Scholzel in the 19 Audi with a 158.1. So yeah, we're in the AM division lobby right now, taking a quick look at the AM class. I mean, you can technically call them AM. There's some pretty fast times. I mean, look at 1 and 2 right now. 3,000ths between Zimnewski and Rinders. I'm going to try to catch up to see who we have here. There's a lot of new drivers in the AM division that you might not be familiar with. Here is our second overall driver, Rinders, with a 156.9. Nick Rinders in the number 7 RR Racing Porsche. So just 3,000ths. Looks like he's coming down the Mistral straight here, so maybe we'll follow this driver. Could be a new up-and-coming driver in the league. Like I said, a lot of new talent coming up through this league. We're only in Season 2. If any are unfamiliar with Delta Racing League, it's pretty much the home for beginner-friendly racing. As you can see here, we have the ultra competitive in the pro, and I mean still competitive in the AM here. I think they were started back in 2018, so only a couple years old. But once ACC came out, we're only in Season 2 here. This league is growing and growing. The community's great. The league is great. 3 championships, drivers' titles, teams' titles, manufacturers' titles, on arguably the best sim racing game on the market right now. You follow Rinders around, and there we go. Rinders goes first overall with a 155.1. I'll try to remember that, see how that compares to the Pro Division lobby. Alright. Now that I close the windows from the lawnmower outside, we're back. Let's check out some more drivers here in the AM division. Anders Snelling in the 119 McLaren here with a 159.9. 17th overall. Gabriel Romano in the 25 Mercedes with a 157.6. 4th overall. So looks like we have 2 teammates here in the AM division, Sebastian Ockel in the 421 and Romano in the 25 here. Ockel's doing pretty good in 9th overall right now too. So looks like we have a Mercedes team here in the AM division. Serhei Pulayev in the 72 Aston. I believe he was in the Aston for season 1 as well. So another driver familiar with this car coming into season 2 in the AM division. So I'd look to him be another solid competitor. Here we go. Here's Ozzy Owl. Speaking of contenders, I would look to this driver to be a definite contender in the AM division. Sitting 3rd overall. Switching from Ferrari to Aston here in the number 5, V-Torque Racing. Definitely taking a little inspiration from the factory team there. Coming up to turn 1 and turn 2 there. A little S-turn. Passing Zeems there. So Zeems is up to 6th overall with a 157.8. Alright, I think we'll check back in on the pros now. Great turnout here in the AM division. Super competitive times. I'm sure the AMs probably, or the pros are coming up to about 30 minutes ago in their practice session.
Green light, give it all you can.
Alright, we're back in the pro division now. Let's see where we left off. Casagina right now is still 1st overall with a 155 flat pretty much. Chris Pica 3/10 off in 2nd, followed by Thame in the Aston. We'll try to catch up with who's on track here. Alright, we'll pick up Simpson here in the number 9 Ferrari. I think we saw him have a little incident in the wall before the restart here. We're coming up on to 40 minutes to go here at the practice session for the official test day for the Delta Racing League. What might have happened again?
Green light, go, go, go.
Alright, we'll hop back over to the AM division. Something might have happened in the pro division. Lobby split again, I'm not sure. So yeah, we're back in the AM division, everyone. Well, that's good. We have non-stop racing all day today, pretty much, for you here on Twitch and YouTube for the Delta Racing League on ACC. So you're going to get your fill today. A couple drivers coming in. Here's Ozzy Owl, as we were talking about earlier. Maybe we'll head on board with Owl here in the 5 Aston. Alright, we're back. So yeah, I was just checking. Pro Lobby did have another restart, so everything's fine. The league coordinators and officials are on it. Pro Lobby is going to get restarted, so we'll stay right here with AM and keep checking out these AM drivers. Here's Snyder heading down the Mistral Straight. 21 here in the AM lobby. Here for test day. Catch up with, it's like a new driver, Marjon Koderman in the 66, coming across the line here in a McLaren. Nice brown and green livery. Looks like we're just coming up on quarter past 2 here at Power Card. So I believe both Pro and Am lobbies, they are running the same time simultaneously. Move up to Romano here, 4th overall with a 155.6. For Debo's alt Zach speed here. Pete Nicholson here in the 153 McLaren. Looks like a new entry here, Kevin Cox heading out. I'm not sure I've seen him. I have seen this driver before, Claudio Geramello in the 61 Ferrari. I believe a Colombian driver, so we have great to see drivers from all over the world here in Delta Racing League. Sitting 9th overall right now in the AM division. Looks like Ribeiro's still looking for his first lap. Might still be working on his setup. Daniel Littinen, another driver from Season 1. Could be a driver to look out for here in the AM division. Coming around the final turn here, let's see if he can improve. He goes a little faster up to 11th. But by far and away right now, your fastest driver in the AM division right now, Nick Rinders with a 155.1. And the number 7 Porsche right now coming down the straight. And then that fast sweeping right-hander here into Sector 3 will follow this driver. I'm sure this driver is turning a few heads right now. Still over a second and a half. Over a second overall right now. So yeah, maybe we'll take one more lap with Rinders here. We'll hop on back over to the Pro Lobby coming up in about 2 minutes, so stay right here for the Pro Lobby. We have the qualifying sessions coming up next, along with the quick sprint race for both of these divisions coming up. As we follow Rinders here. Into turn 5 and 6 right here. Little loose right there on the exit. Looks like he regains it. Still a good exit coming down on the straight here.
Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
Alright, perfect timing. We're back in the pro lobby. The pro lobby here has been restarted here for the Delta Racing League test day. We'll stay here till the end of the practice session with qualifying coming up next. Let's see who we have here. So we're following Stefan Friends here for the Weber Racing team. He pulls off. Alright, here's his teammate. We'll pick up with Klester in the 969 here. Sitting 6th overall with a 155.9. Coming up to the final turn here for Klester. I'm not sure if he's on a lap or not. I think that was his outlap there. So he's coming around to turn 1 here. I see Taryn exiting the pits right now in the 21 Mercedes. Taryn is still pretty close, 6 hundredths off Lebrec there. For first, I think we'll follow Ladelma here, and the only Lexus on the grid in the Pro Division, the number 10, sitting 10th overall. If he's going to do another lap here, we'll see if we can do an onboard with Ladelma. Looks like he's taking another lap. We'll go helmet cam with Ladelma here. catch back up while we were away. Looks like, okay, so we have Sean White here in the 222. Looks like he is just entered here and coming up on the final 20 minutes in practice. Another fast driver I remember from season 1. Sitting 9th overall, under a second from the fast time today. So yeah, the one good thing about Paul Ricard, as you can see, there's plenty of runoff area. Even though there might be a little beating and banging between these drivers, hopefully everyone should be able to have plenty of room to make it through. We'll follow White in the heli cam here. Right now he's sitting on a 155.9. He has Pim Van Mill in front of him in the 61 Racing Team Meep Aston Martin. Another driver from season 1 here. Qualified into the Pro Division split. I mean, just take a look at the times right now on the timetable right here. It's can't get closer than that as we see. Yeah, so Kraus has just gone 2nd overall, followed by Taryn. The top 3 are under 100th of each other. Wow. Followed by Ilmaz and Rutsalainen in 5th there. Pika in 6th. So yeah, we're under 20 minutes to go here, so we have the qualifying session next, followed by the race. Time's going to go fast now. I'm sure most of these drivers are going to start looking forward to the qualifying setup now. Still plenty of time in qualifying. Everyone should get a lap in. Hopefully most of these drivers have gotten a feel for their new car, their new teammates, driving in their new divisions. Maybe some of these drivers in the AM division, I'm sure, might be driving for the first time out on track. So good showing for all the drivers here today in Delta Racing League and the European Championship so far in Pro and Am. Remember, we do have the North American Championship coming up tonight. Is their official test day here at Paul Ricard as well, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to check that out. It'll be live here as well. We see Pim Van Mill here, followed by Sean White in Sector 1 here. See who's behind them. We have Ladelma. Is that another Nissan? And yep, Yuri Brissell in the other team car in the 979 Nissan. So, all right, we have another manufacturer team entry here in the Pro Division with the 979 and the 10 of Ladelma. So yeah, this team's title, I'm definitely looking forward to this team's title all season long. I think we're looking at maybe 4 or 5 teams that could potentially win the title. Any driver from either of those teams could win the driver's title as well. Good to see a full manufacturer team for Lexus. As we see Kraus going into the pits here. I think he's takes out the sign there. I think he's satisfied with his time right now. Might tweak a few things. Catch up with Remmers here in the 808 Mercedes. Finally starting to find his time with a 1:56.1. He's moving up to 11th on the grid. Little wobble there coming out of the turn 1 and 2 complex. Alright, we'll catch up with the fastest car over. I think before the restarts, Casagina, I believe he had to leave, so right now our provisional fastest time of the day with a 1:54.585 is Ismail Lebrec in the 67 Lamborghini, so looks like the only Lamborghini on the grid right now is our fastest car of the day right now. So I guess Lebrec followed by Christensen here heading down the Mistral straight. We'll just follow Lebrec here. Canadian driver. I believe this driver entered DRL through the off-season events. Might have raced towards the end of season 1, I'm not sure. But definitely has shown pace in the off-season events. Looks like he's taking things seriously for sure. I'm sure he's turning a few heads right now in the pit lane. We'll follow him coming across the line here. 1:54.6, so not too far off. Looks like he's staying pretty consistent. Here's Christensen coming up to turn 1. Sitting firmly in 13th right now, right in the middle. Victor Tame, the Belgian driver. Followed by Ingman. Who do we have here behind? Thomas Pavsek and Rutsalainen, and we'll catch up with this pair there. It looks like they're running pretty close here. Rutsalainen still 5th overall with a 1:55.3. Coming up to 12 minutes to go here for the official test day practice session. It's Lebrec, followed by Pika, followed by Kraus, followed by Taryn and Rutsalainen, and here is your top 5. Rutsalainen looks like he's taking evasive action there. Coming up pretty hot on Pavsek. Avsec doing a little drift around in Sector 3. We'll move up to Ingman here, 7th overall with a 155.5. Nice chrome and purple AMG here. I think the livery's growing on me a little bit more and more each time I look at it. So he pulls off. We're getting a little traffic here. Drivers coming down the straight, coming out of pit lane. Here's Liam Horn coming around. Still sitting 8th with a 155.569. Good time for this driver. I'm sure he's looking forward to season 2. Looks like he could be a dark horse here, sitting in the top 10 here on test day. Still not sure who's sandbagging or not. I'm excited to see this race here coming down lap 1 down this straight. I think there's going to be some action here. I think we'll just take a look at the cars coming down. Got Miguel Maxlari. Next driver coming down, Simpson in the number 9 McLaren with a 156.3. Steve Hatch with a 158.9. Here's Sean White, 10th overall with a 155.9. And coming down in the 79 Ferrari, Ersan Ilmaz in the with a 155.5. 6th overall. Little lag there. I think we're good. So still the top 8, still under a second of each other. Follow Ilmaz around the final turn here. See if his time is going to improve. And it looks like it was his outlet. Okay. So yeah, 8 minutes to go here in the practice session for the Pro Division of the Delta Racing League. Season 2. Test day. We have the qualifying coming up, followed by the race, so stay tuned. Follow Pim down the Mistral straight here in the helicam. Coming up to the hard braking fast right-hander. Another sweeping, almost double apex right-hander. A lot of passing opportunities here at Paul Ricard. Sector 3 here for Pim, coming around. looking pretty solid. See if he can improve. Jumps up 5 places with a 156.2. That's a good time for him. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Gaining progress. Horn coming out of the pits here. Followed by, looks like his teammate. Looks like I've spotted another team here. Breaking news. Here on test day, I think we have another team. Generator Racing, Franken coming around in the 91. Passing Horn there in the 92. So, yep, both of them are teammates here in the gold and black Generator Racing Mercedes. Franken, another driver from Season 1, switching from the Acura to Mercedes, so that'll be an interesting move from the mid-engine to the front engine. Looks like he's okay with it right now. Nice line coming through. Turn 8 there. Here in turn 9. Most drivers are probably going down to first gear there. Like a little bit faster for Franken. Not enough to improve. Followed by his teammate here. We'll catch a couple more drivers coming down the front straight here. Patrick Thornhauser in the 66 with a 156.7 in 20th. Followed by Jeroen Remmers in the 808 with a 156. Sitting 14th overall. Simpson coming through Sector 1 with a 156.3 in the number 9 Scuderia Schumi Skins Ferrari. Take a look down pit lane here. So yeah, coming to the end of the practice session, I'm sure drivers are getting ready for the qualifying session coming up. We'll follow Pavsek here, coming across the line in the 93. Right now he's on a 158.3 for his best time of the day. Followed on track by Christensen here, so Christensen's looking pretty solid right now. Christensen with a C, not a K. Coming around in the 18. Heading down the straight. Tame is in front of him. See who else we have on track coming up to the final minute and a half here in practice. Nice long qualifying session coming up for these drivers. We'll catch up with Pika here, Season 1 champion. Followed by his teammate Kraus for Porsche Motorsport here. Both of these drivers are 2-3 right now, so like I said, this could be the provisional favorite for the team's title right now. They're going to have some stiff competition though. We'll follow this team around track here in the final minute. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be right back for the...
Green light. Go, go, go.